And happy New Year's Eve. Come on, Cher, let's do this. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to give it a couple of minutes, let everyone get in. Let's get some music, right? So this guy, Miyag, you don't even know who he is. Don't understand a word he's saying. It's not in English, but I love him. So we'll leave him on in the background. And let's let everyone get in. Come in, come in, come in. Wow, what an audience so far. We already broke our records. So, all right, let's give it a minute, give it a minute, give it a minute. Happy New Year. Let's see who we got on there today. Frida from Israel. Scott, what's up, what's up? Deborah from Celebration, Florida. Dan's in the house. Totally cool. Look at the showing. Guys, we have over 150 already. That's super cool. Leon's in the house from South Africa. So just to give you an idea of how much is being done for this live, Abigail right now is finally done and uploading it into the Slack. And here it is. It just came in. It was at 80% when we started this call. So now I have to, let's see, I think I have to download it, right? Bum, bum, bum. So stay with me. Let me just make sure this is all that we have it, right? Right. How cool. We got it. Okay, cool. We can shut off the music. The music was fun. We listened. I think it's Middle Eastern, actually. So there's a commercial on one of the radio stations I listen to where this guy gets on and he goes, oh, I heard the song before. And it's like, zing, ding, 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 ding. He goes, bro, I don't know what they said, but I think I understood it. And that's what this music feels like. All right. You got this. Okay. So Karen, Brenda, Rosanna, Brian, seriously, so cool. Okay. So we've been talking about that we have, all right, well, first, let's take a step back, right? Because there are many, and I mean many new participants on this call that have not been on a Rhino call before. And they're going to be asking themselves, who is Rhino? Why am I on this call? What's up, Robert? And I'm going to do something a little different today. So I always spend a couple of minutes going through what Rhino is, right? And sometimes, I hit a home run. Sometimes I hit a grand slam. Sometimes I only hit a triple. But I wanted to always, the goal was always to but identify a very consistent message that every time we get together, everyone will always understand what it is we're doing, how we're doing it, where we're going, where we've been. Let's go, right, okay. And the challenge in that was to create enough content that we could then go through all the content that we've downloaded and go ahead and select, okay, this says it perfectly. This says it perfectly. Definitely hit a home run on this one. And then bring those videos together in a centralized location that we can then share with you. So instead of me presenting as if this is the first time I've ever presented and everyone is new, we're going to actually go through the platform. And what I mean, and the goal of this is, because Rhino is gaining such momentum, right? As of now, over 1,800 people have viewed our website today. It's now 12 o'clock in the afternoon on New Year's Eve. Over 1,800 people. The email we sent out has over 2,000 clicks in it. That's a big deal. And the reason why that's a big deal is because when we launched this platform 7 weeks ago, we had our first call, I think we had like 3 people on, right? That week we had 185 members all together. And they were those who followed everything that we've done for the last couple of years. We're at over 500 now. Every week it's gaining more and more momentum. And the next step to really building the momentum, building what it is that we need to build together, is by igniting our partnership program. And in igniting our partnership program, we need to go ahead and offer an experience to everyone that has never known us from Adam, to go ahead and have an experience that they're able to recognize and be receptive to. That's the goal. But here's the challenge, right? I am running the platform. I'm leading it. I always say I don't own it. We all own it because we all do own it. Everyone has a membership and an ownership stake in this. But this is what I do with my life, right? Like some of you do other things. Some of you have a 9-to-5 or have another business or have things you do. So for me to put my name on this and show it to everyone and scream from the top of the rooftop, well, that's Anthony, right or wrong, good or bad, that is who he is, that is what he signed up for. But for you, you don't want to share anything with anyone that might not make you look as good, right? So you could say, oh, I love Anthony, but his website is really SHIT. I understand we need to bring more people onto the platform. I understand that's the goal that we've signed up for, but I'm a little embarrassed to go ahead and show my brother this. I don't want to show my husband this. I don't want to show my children this. I don't want to show my soccer mom friends this. There's so much like, what is this? That's the challenge that we had to tackle. That's the challenge we had to go ahead and identify and solve. And I believe we did that. So the goal of this call right here is for every one of us to be treated like absolute strangers. For every one of us to be coming to the platform for the very first time. For every one of us stepping into the shoes of someone that we would recommend the platform to. And by the end of this, let's see if we like it. Because if we like it, then it's something we can be proud of and something we can share with others with confidence. And if we can do that, if we can put our name on it and show everyone, this is what I'm doing, this is where I'm at, you're going to like it because I like it, well, then it stands to reason that their friends are going to like it and their friends are going to like it. And when you understand how the platform's built and how it's built on every single person's participation, then you're going to realize things are going to get exciting very quickly. So for those that have been a part of this platform for quite some time, everyone knows who Abigail is. Abigail is more important than my right hand. She is our project manager. And what she does for us is it's such a perfect combination, right? So I'm like the mad scientist. I'm like, I want this. I don't know what this looks like, but I want this to be an idea. Okay. And she goes ahead and makes it happen. Like she turns the thoughts into reality. And it works very well because, vice versa. She always wanted to be in a position and be into a company where she could go ahead and be pushed and pushed and pushed and have guidance and direction and have a say. And it just works so well because we're accountable to the entire community. Everyone on this call knows that we talk to everyone at every moment. In fact, I spoke to Brenda today. I spoke to Brian today. I spoke to Michael today. I spoke to Dan today. In fact, I have an email from Dan 3 minutes before this started, right? And same thing with Abigail. In fact, in Dan's email, hey, Aunt just spoke to Abigail, right? Like, this is who we are. This is family. So for those that know the platform so far, this is going to be quite exciting because we had tasked Abigail with all the upgrades that we wanted to make and to make them in Rhino fashion. And what I mean by that is she would say to me, Anthony, okay, do you want to review this? Do you want to take a look at it? Do you want to? And I go, no, I don't. Because this platform needs to represent everyone. And I've shared my ideas. You know your ideas. Our community has shared their ideas. And now turn it into something. I trust your ability. I trust your capability. She goes, Anthony, do you even want to watch the video before you present it live? Nope. Because like everyone knows, this isn't a reality TV show. Like this isn't, well, I guess it would, right? But this, well, not really, because those are fake, right? This isn't a polished Hollywood production. Oh my God, guys, take a look at this. And over here, and the dancing girls, and the money. No, in 1 year from now, when we look back, we're gonna say, yeah, we were part of it the whole way through. So without further ado, hey, Tim. Oh, I love Tim. Tim's one of my faves. All right, we're going to go ahead and debut Abigail's video, which should be debuting our new platform. And then upon doing so, we're then going to go on the platform and check out the new stuff. So if you're on this call right now, don't go onto the website because the website is live with all the new stuff that I don't even know exists yet. I want to watch this with you so we can all do it together. First, my question is how to sign up and purchase the coins before this day is over. All right, so for those that know, All right, so let's just do that first, okay? So we're gonna do a share screen. And for those that know that today's the last day you can purchase the coin before the price increase. So some people might be very, Anthony, how do we do that? First, we start off by going to some search engine. We pick one at random to go ahead and demonstrate two things. One, to constantly strengthen our SEO, but to demonstrate we're number one, right? This isn't the call that you're on with someone that's like, oh my God, guys, if we could only do this and maybe this works out, maybe this works out. No, watch this. Distributive marketing. First result. You could go on Google, you could go on DuckDuckGo, you could go on MSN, you could go on Bing, you could go on Yahoo. It does not matter. We are number one. Now, you might say to yourself, well, Anthony, distributive marketing, what is that? Let's turn that weak coin, because we are marketing to you right now. But the way we're going to do it is by distributing you everything, because we believe that if you have belief in your product, your belief in your audience, and you would do the same thing that they would do, that everything that you're doing is for the person, then that stands to reason many people would accept it. Well, if many people accept it, you have quite a population of people that accept it. That population is worth more than the product ever will be, because that population makes a difference. Therefore, if you have a good product, and if you believe in it, and if you're willing to die on the hill that I'm going to do whatever it takes to take care of the people that are responsible, that I'm responsible to, well, then you can distribute everything to them, and they will remain loyal to you and loyal to the platform. And that size, that population, that loyalty, that retention will be worth more than anyone has ever had. Okay, so all right, we can't, I don't want to go to too much stuff. So let's just go to Rhino Coin. So let me pull up the chat for Nanette. All right, so this is Rhino Coin page. To get Rhino Coin, I'm going to copy this link. And you know what? I'll put it back in the chat later. Today's the last day you can get it before the price increase. But like, for those that are new, what do you know about it, right? Don't buy anything you know nothing about. Okay, so oh my God, let's get to the video. All right. Now we're going to watch this together, everyone, because I haven't seen it yet. 7 minutes long. Let's see what we got.
Hello, Rhinos. Happy New Year. It's Abigail, your project manager. I just wanted to come in today and show you a couple of amazing things. So I'm going to start the new year off really, really well. And on our main site, we'll just refresh. Amazing. Okay, so there we go. As you can see, there are a couple of new updates. We have something, the Rhino feed. So I'm super excited about this. Let's check this out first. When you go to the Rhino feed, you'll have the option. So if I log out, we'll go back to the Rhino feed. So you can go ahead and log in. Even if you're not logged in, you can still see everything happening here. So we'll log in. If you forget your password, you can always have that. If you need to sign up, you can go ahead and hit the sign up button. But for me, I'm logging in. And okay, so this is going to be our Rhino feed. We're going to have this spot so you guys can ask questions, share stories, ideas. I already left you guys a post. I'll leave that as a surprise. And I'll just show you, okay, so you go ahead and create a new post. Oh, no, give the post a title. Exciting test happening. So what's really cool, I like this. We can go ahead and add a GIF if we want. Oh yeah. Oh look, this guy's super cute. Oh, look at, oh, and he's a turtle. That's awesome. Okay. And you can figure out how you want it to be laid out. If you want it over on this side, so you can go ahead and type some more. And you can also add emojis. Yeah, let's see. Oh, look, that guy's super happy. Cool, so you have that. And then when you're ready, you can hit publish. I'm not going to be publishing this one, but you can if you want. So go ahead and cancel. Yeah, I don't want to keep that one. If you want to go ahead and look into your profile, what's super cool. I know some folks were asking about how they can track their orders. Okay, so yep, so you can go ahead and here and you have your orders, addresses, your wallet. You can keep track of your own forum contents and posts. And if you want, you can go ahead and change your profile photo, change your background image, and include some information about yourself if you want. So that's all in there. If you guys have it, and you can even keep track of your wallet. Sorry, there we go. Oh, okay, it's being a little slow right now. Oh, you know what? That might be in settings. I apologize. We'll go back. Go here to settings. I have different settings because I'm an admin, guys. So, yep. So you can go ahead and select everything, and this will show you your account, your forum post, any comments if people leave comments, and you can also set your notifications. So if you want, so I have my notifications are a little bit different than what your guys will be, but you can go ahead and have that there. And then, okay, so the Rhino feed is super exciting. I hope you guys will feel super comfortable to start engaging and asking questions. Let's go over to the marketplace and see what's new over here. So on the marketplace, we have added some new additions for the business category. We've added over 20 to 30 tags for each of the businesses, and we're continuing to add more using SEO. We've been researching and ranking keywords based on the content on the site that you guys are providing us. So let's see if I want to gifts for children. Maybe I want to buy a gift for some kids. So we have Minksters, Minksters, Family, Faith and Fun, Revive Infusion, because it has the word gift. So you may want to be gifting. Set Point Design has different apparel options. So we can go ahead and click in if we know somebody's first name, which is super cool. So I know Miss Tangi and say, okay, Tangi, what is her business? I know she's on here. Ah, there you go. So folks will be able to search by your first name. They'll be able to search by your business name. If I want to put, for a wellness gift. So different options here, and you'll be able to keep seeing more and more businesses are coming onto the marketplace. We're also adding more and more keywords and more categories. So that's super, super exciting. The other thing I'm really excited about, I want to show you. So I know earlier this week, we asked you guys to send in an audio recording, and this is the video. I believe Anthony's going to watch it with y'all. So I'm not going to play it for you now, but this is our letter to Wall Street. And I just want to say thank you guys so much for submitting your audio recordings. You guys sounded amazing. So that's here, watch it, and I hope you guys like it. This page is also going to be the new partner page. So when you send folks with your affiliate link, this is the page that they'll come to. And we've adjusted this page so it has our letter to Wall Street. It has information, who is Rhino, what is Rhino, where is Rhino, past, present, future, why Rhino, why, all these reasons to show folks why Rhino. And this is going to be your affiliate link. This is where folks are going to come. And this is a really beautiful page. We have been listening to a lot of your feedback about the current affiliate program. There are some changes going to be coming soon that I'm super excited to share with you guys at that time. But for now, please go ahead, check out the feed, engage, Rhino Marketplace. As always, you guys know I'm going to say it. If you need anything for your Rhino Marketplace, please go ahead and send me an email. I know some of you guys have reached out, and we have some appointments happening next week and the next couple weeks. So I'm very excited to keep chatting with you. But yeah, that's pretty much it. You guys are so super amazing, and I hope you have a really happy, healthy New Year's. Wishing you all tons of prosperity and good fortune coming into 2022. So I'm signing off. Enjoy the rest of your call.
She cut herself off. How amazing is Abigail, right? Like seriously, so cool. All right, so we had, let's see if we could get our page back up, right? So we were, I don't even know where it was. Okay, so let's say I think we're over here, right? So let's open up a new page. All right. Let's go back to distributive marketing. And that is seriously so cool. So let me stop the share for a moment. Let's get back on me. Okay. So what we wanted to do, well, first let's go ahead and take a step back. What is Rhino, right? So Rhino was born, I get so many comments and I gotta do my best to stop looking at them so much, but I love everyone. So Rhino was born from the opportunity that we have today. And one might say, Anthony, what opportunity are you talking about? Everything's kind of like in flux. There's a lot of uncertainty in a lot of different places. And I would push back and say there is no uncertainty anywhere. It's very clear what's going on. And I'm not a conspiracy theorist, and I'm not going to get into like black hat programs and things like that, because you start turning some people off. Let's speak in clear fact. Let's speak like adults, right? Right now, the top 1% wealth of this world owns 99% of the goods and services. The wealth distribution has never been so extreme in the entire history of the world, except for maybe like ancient Roman times. Now, you might say, Anthony, it's a bit hyperbole. The 1% doesn't own 99%, they own 94%. I kind of think that's proving my point, because if you go ahead and correct me and say it's only really 94%, that's really not good, right? Like, that's not where we should be having this argument. The point of the story is, when you have wealth concentrated in that few hands, it actually becomes quite an obligation to those that are wealthy. They become quite vulnerable. And nobody understands that. It seems like everyone believes that they have the power. They don't actually have any power. And yeah, they have the money, but what's the money built on, right? So you have all this money, what do you do? Now, you and I have never had this problem. Oh my God, I have $1 billion. What do I do with it? We have like $100 or like $1,000, or if we're really lucky, $10,000. And there's a really good solution for that. It's an easy answer. I put it in my savings account. Oh, I put a little bit into a stock account. Oh, I'm buying some crypto nonsense somewhere, all right? That's what our lives look like. When you have $1 billion, you now have to buy businesses. You have to buy assets. You have to buy real estate. What happens when you buy a business, right? So you have $1 billion. What do? You put some in the stock market. You're not going to be completely vulnerable to the stock market goes up or down. So you diversify, right? Some in stocks, some in real estate. Okay, but what's your business? That's where all your tax benefits are coming from, and also your real estate. Okay, so I have all this money. I'm going to start a business. Okay, cool. How do you start a business? All right, I got a business idea together. This business looks like it makes sense. Okay, great. Now let me go forward and create that business. All right, well, now I have to hire people. That's where the problem is. Because when you have so much money, then you have to use that money to purchase so many real estates, so many businesses. When you go ahead and get spread that thin, then the caliber of employee that you have constantly decreases, because it's like anything else. You have your really, really super skilled. At the top, you have the majority that are average, and then you have your portion that are not really super skilled. They're quite underwhelming, right? Like below average, which isn't a bad thing. So, okay, I have $1 million. I want to start a business. I have the ability to go ahead and identify my top talent. Cool. I have $5 million. Okay, I could still identify my top talent. Cool. I have 10 million. All right, I need to make sure I have really good managers, because I need to have them duplicate themselves and train those underneath them, because I cannot find top talent like them anymore. Okay, I have 100 million. Okay, this is becoming a headache. I need to hire an HR firm. I need to hire all these people, because I can't manage all of those people. I need people that are great, and then I need people under them that will listen to them, and I need people under them that will listen to them and tell them what to do and keep them in line. I have $1 billion. All right. I need help. I'm a big business. I need help from government. Hey guys, you want my tax revenue? Well, you need to go ahead and give me these type of tax breaks. We need to go ahead and institute these type of safeguards, because I'm completely vulnerable to the people in my business. Why do I say that, right? So some people are probably listening and saying, Anthony, what's the point you're getting at? When you have such a level of concentration of wealth in such a few amount of hands, they're completely vulnerable to population. Everyone is their customer. Everyone is their employee. Because they're so centralized in that one business, they essentially don't have, they're interchangeable, right? So I can find someone to stock shelves and I don't need to go through a whole training assessment to do so. I just need to make sure that that person stays stocking my shelves. I need to make sure that that person stays being a customer of my company. Because if it ever happened that my customers stopped being my customers, my business would go out of business. And if my business went out of business, to us normal people, okay, my business is out of business. Let's start a new one, right? When you have $1 billion or when you have $1 trillion and your business goes out of business, you do not understand the leverage that's built into the system for you to have that business, right? Like how many bondholders own debt in your company? How many creditors do you owe money to, right? What is the equity? What is the stock market valuation? What is the board of directors? How many retirement funds and pension funds is your stock in? How many mutual funds? How many people do you owe for the good press? How many people do you owe for keeping bad things away? Your entire business, if it ever went out of business, would cascade you as an individual so far down that bankruptcy would be the best case scenario. Meaning the population, because the wealth distribution is so extreme, you have a point where 1% owns 99% and they think they have the power. They don't. The 99% that only have 1% of the wealth have something else. They have 99% of the population. If the 99% ever woke up, this is me talking to you, if they ever woke up and said, guys, instead of being customers of Target, we could be business owners and be customers of each other, right? Now, before you say, Anthony, that's impossible, is Target Santa Claus? Do they have a factory with elves somewhere that are super specialized in building any of the things that they sell in Target? Same thing with Walmart, same thing with Costco, same thing with any big company that exists. They don't. What they do is they outsource. They go ahead and do major drop shipping. Walmart goes ahead and has a contract with some distributor in China, and they say, we're going to buy 1 billion of these things, and we're going to stock our shelves. What would stop you from buying that same product from that same distributor? Well, you would say, well, Ann, I don't get the prices Walmart gets. Walmart buys 1 billion of them. Yeah, you're right. What if you could get that price, though? What if you, alongside the rest of your neighbors, all decided to get into the t-shirt business, right? So Walmart buys 1 billion t-shirts from China. Instead of you buying 1 billion t-shirts, you and 1 million other people buy 1,000 t-shirts, right? Could you all be successful business owners? Well, if Walmart is able to sell that volume, then it's proof that there's that many people that are willing to buy that volume. Therefore, it does not matter where the volume comes from. It doesn't matter if Walmart sells it or Peter Pan sells it. They are just simply the distributor. They're the seller. The proof is in the buyer, the person that's buying the product. So if someone buys 1 million shirts over here, well, it doesn't matter that this person sold it. They're going to buy 1 million shirts over here, regardless of who sells it over here. Therefore, when you understand that instead of being enslaved by these corporations and being their customers, you can effectively put them out of business and become your own business. Because I don't want to live in a world where it's only big businesses and only big government. Because big business and big government are in partnership because they both know the same thing. If the people ever got together and learned how badly they were taking it, they would go ahead and revolt. They would say, whoa, you guys have how much? We have nothing. And we're not only your customers, but we're your employees too. So I get paid $15 an hour from you. I get a 30-minute lunch break. And then I come back later in the day and take my $15 and buy the discount stuff off your counters. That's really what's going on. That is what's going on. Because what COVID did, now, the digital transformation was already happening, right? So people were moving from brick and mortar to digital, to online. Fine, not a problem. But the rate of that growth was commensurate with the education of those participants. What do I mean by that? Well, if there's only 1,000 people that know how to use internet marketing, well, it stands to reason that industry cannot grow super duper duper because there only is 1,000 people that can operate in it. It's like the metaverse. It's like virtual reality. It's like Bitcoin. These things potentially could be much larger, but what do they need? They need adoption. They need people that can actually do the stuff so they can be a participant. Everything is like a fax machine. If you only have one, you have nothing. Well, who are you going to send the fax to if you have a one fax machine? 0 people. But what COVID did was it forced everyone to be on lockdown. It forced all small businesses to close, which meant everyone that owned a small business was now completely dependent on government. They were completely dependent on their enhanced unemployment, their COVID protocols, all of these different things to live safely and to live financially sound. So when you're in that position and you're stuck at home, what's there to do? You're home all day. I know people that were home for like 7 months without ever walking outside. They look like Tom Hanks from the movie Castaway. Oh, because apparently they didn't even want to buy a razor either, right? So after 7 months of that, you learned at least something, right? What you learned was how to do internet marketing. I'm home, I have a computer, I can make money on the computer. Maybe you bought and sold stock, right? You went on Robinhood and Robinhood went through the moon and then they went IPO and took everyone's money because they crashed a really piece of not a good stock, right? But most people went ahead and purchased a whole bunch of different programs because what government did was they gave you the enhanced unemployment. They went ahead and put a moratorium on your rent payments, your mortgage payments. You had no payments anymore. You just had a whole bunch of money coming in. Therefore, you were able to go ahead and buy all the super duper expensive programs that were going to teach you how to sell balloons, sell apple pies, tickle your feet, rub your belly, pick your nose, pick your ear, and make $1,000 by dinner time, right? And it didn't matter because that money was free to you. It's free. What do I need this money for? I'll just buy this, I'll buy this, I'll buy this. Well, some people that bought those programs actually learned how to do the stuff, right? Therefore, internet marketing, the industry grew with the participants that were like, that they were lacking. The participants came on in hyperspeed. They came on far quicker than the growth would have been without COVID. Therefore, everyone had to get into digital marketing. Okay, well, while COVID was happening and while big business was deemed essential because big business and big government are partners, right? Remember, it gets me so frustrated. So someone's in Congress for 40 years. They then leave Congress and they make sure that they do their 1 or 2 last favors for someone, right? Then they go ahead and get signed on for millions of dollars a year to be lobbyists of big business. They then have all their friends that they just were in Congress with and they did the dirt with, right? If you do the crime, you do the time together, and they say, hey, listen, I'm with Pfizer now. Yeah, their sales last year was 41 billion. Well, they're looking to do 81 billion this year. And if you think I'm making those numbers up, take a look at last year, take a look at this year. But this is what we need from you. We need you to mandate this thing, right? We need you to do this. Now, if you take it even before that, what you'll see is with big business like Walmart's and Target's of the world, they had their lobbyists lobby government. And what they got was what's essential versus what's non-essential. Because these big businesses would say, hey, guys, we're essential. Like, people need us. We have all the super duper Clorox wipes and, we could go ahead and contact trace and we could monitor people. So you need us to stay open. You know who's not essential? Like those local businesses. They got these, these hillbillies, these rednecks. They don't know what they're doing. They're operating a town store, Main Street for like 40 years. They don't know anything. Let's just let them sit home. You know what? They worked really hard. Let's let them sit home. Let's let them sit home. Then you send them a check, right? And all the while, what big business did was they went ahead and took every customer from every person, from every business that will never come back and be in business again. The majority of small businesses that went out of business will never be in business again. Because for them to come into business, they now have to compete in a world where big business undercut them on price, where government went ahead and printed trillions worth of dollars that that offered so much inflation that they can no longer buy the product. So they have to sell the product they did sell for less than they ever sold it, but they have to spend more to buy it than they ever had to buy it. You know what they do? They become an employee of the big business that put them out of business. Does that sound fair to you? And I know fair is a place where they judge pigs, right? Like first place, second place, and you get funnel cake. I know what a fair is, but there's something we could do about this. Like this doesn't need to stay like this. Right now, you have a decision to make. Do you want to continue being a customer and employee, or do you want to be a business owner and a customer of your neighbors? How does that work? Okay. So what you need to know right now is that the Rhino platform is completely determined with one goal in mind. It's only one mission statement, that we are made for the 99%, made by the 99%, owned by the 99%. Real cute, Ant. Talk to me. January 2023, the Rhino platform will be transacting exclusively in Rhino coin. Okay, Ant, what's Rhino coin? Rhino coin does not even exist yet, right? Rhino coin will exist January 2023. Rhino coin will be existed in the form of a free floating coin, right? Coinbase, Kraken, Binance, buy and sell it like you would Bitcoin and all the other junk that's out there. But the difference with Rhino coin is the fact that it's going to be measured in transactions. What do I mean by that? Well, because the platform is exclusively all transactions are facilitated exclusively in Rhino coin. Therefore, every transaction buys the Rhino coin. What does that mean? So every business on the Rhino marketplace in January 2023 will have the Rhino wallet. The Rhino wallet allows every marketplace company to operate the way they always would. So say Mr. Jones sells t-shirts and Mr. Jones sells 100,000 t-shirts and John buys 100,000 t-shirts from Mr. Jones. John gives Mr. Jones $100 for those t-shirts. Mr. Jones gets 100,000 t-shirts, gets $100 for those 100,000 t-shirts. And upon collecting that $100, his Rhino wallet will transact it automatically and buy $100 worth of Rhino coin off the open marketplace. Now, Mr. Jones can make one of two or actually three decisions. Mr. Jones can go ahead and redeem that $100 immediately. Hey, I don't want that $100 in Rhino coin. I want to go ahead and I want my $100 in cash. Now, I don't know why I did that accent, but it seems fitting, right? And I love those people. So, okay, so he goes ahead and collects $100 in cash. Or he says, you know what? I like that, Anthony, and I like that Rhino, and I'm going to go ahead and keep that Rhino coin, and I'm going to keep it $100 in Rhino coin because I believe in Rhino coin. I like that, Mr. Jones. Thank you very much. Or Mr. Jones is going to do a third thing. Well, I still got to pay mortgage, and I still got to pay rent, and I got to pay my little girl's getting married, right? I'm going to take that $100 in Rhino coin. I'm going to redeem 90 of it. I'm going to keep 10 of it in coin, and I'm going to get the other $90 and take it in cash, which would mean for the first time in history, you would have a coin that's actually on corporate balance sheets, right? So if Mr. Jones represents all of those that are going to be on the platform, that's a really good thing. The point of the story is the Rhino wallet does not obligate any company to own Rhino coin. It obligates you to transact in Rhino coin, which means you can then redeem it immediately. So if you collect $100 for shirts, you will get $100, but you will have $100 in coin first, and then you redeem it for your $100. Okay, cool, Ant. That sounds fine, but what's the point? Well, then you can very clearly see the value of the coin is completely dependent on transactions. Because if every transaction buys the coin, the more transactions equal the higher price of the coin. Okay, Ant, where are you going with this? Well, how do you have transactions? You have to have buyers and sellers. Okay, all right, you have buyers and sellers. Where are the buyers and sellers coming from? Well, you have to have them on a platform. And how are you getting people on a platform? What are they buying? What are they selling? That's what the Rhino Marketplace is. We allow all of our businesses to be on the Rhino Marketplace platform for free. Okay, they could be anywhere. And what's different about you? If you have an existing business, you come to Rhino Marketplace and you can put your business on the marketplace for free. If you do not have an existing business and you simply have a business idea, you come to the Rhino Marketplace and we will build that for you. We will build the website. We will build the logo. We will build the email sequencing. We will build the product. We will build the merchant. We will build everything it takes for you to be on the Rhino Marketplace. Okay? And even still, we're having a bit of we're not reaching the growth that we want. So what we're going to do on top of that coming in 2022 and probably in February, I'm not going to offer this in January yet because we still have to build it out. We are actually going to go through every search ever done on the internet via Google and see what it is people search for. What are the top 1,000 products people search for? And then we are going to build a company in every one of those products. And we're going to build the website, build the company, build it to be successful and already profitable, and give it away to people to be on the Rhino marketplace. Why would you do that, Ann? Well, because as you know, the more transactions equals the higher value of the coin. Therefore, we just need transactions. Okay, so what we're saying is, and if I get this right, you're going to do everything it takes just to simply get people to the platform so that they can be engaged with each other and that they can be transacting back and forth and they can buy from each other. Yeah, well, that sounds cute, but how are you going to do it? Okay, we built out our own proprietary search algorithm, our search engine, which Abigail was so kind to present. We did have a 1.0 version last week. What you saw was a 2.0 version. That search engine only gives the results of people that are on the marketplace. Meaning if you're on our marketplace, anyone that comes to our website and uses the search engine will only get the results of the people that are on the marketplace. So imagine being on Google before Google became Google. Welcome to Rhino. All right, Ann, well, how are you going to keep people engaged? Where are people going to call home? Did you see the Rhino feed? That is completely made by taking everything that's great about Twitter and everything that's great about Reddit, throwing them together, giving them a bottle of wine, finding a babysitter for their children, and 9 months later comes out Rhino feed. It is gorgeous, gifs, memes, emojis, and notifications that you could stay in touch with, which means anybody could jump on there and write something really cool. Now you have to log on to do it. You can't do it anonymously. So if you want to be a JERK and do something SILLY, you will be kicked off it. It's that simple. So you have a Twitter feed, well, a Rhino feed, and you have a Rhino search engine. So I could go ahead and call Rhino home. It's a platform I can make friends. It's a platform I could talk. It's a platform I could sell stuff. And it's a platform that if I don't have anything to sell, I could come up with an idea and make it to sell. And if I don't have an idea to sell, they're going to give it to me and I could do that. Yeah. That's exactly right. Okay, cool. Okay, so, all right, Ann, I kind of like it. I want to get on the marketplace, but how does anyone know who I am, right? Like I'm just one person. Every single day, we go ahead and highlight a new company on our marketplace. In fact, we have David Monday of Love Lingo, I believe is the name of his company, the most amazing clothes you can ever see. In fact, it's like wearing a hug, if that even makes sense to you. We had Tangi of IVM Fusion. We had Leon of Set Point Design, I believe. We had Rune of Deluxe Agency. We had Frida of Sosestico. I know who our people are. We had Don Sturgill of Don Sturgill, right? All of these amazing, amazing people. Oh wait, Mark Royer kicked butt on Active Mail the other day. He had the most signups of anyone ever. So what does that mean to each one of these companies? Well, the email we send out every morning, which by the way, gets a 20% open rate. Today we had over 11,000 opens of our email. We had over 2,000, 1,800 clicks, 1,800 viewers to the website when we started today. So the morning email will have an introduction to your company. Hey, look, we got Mr. Jones. He sells t-shirts. This is the link to his company. He's going to be on today at 2 o'clock. Don't miss it. 2 o'clock comes around, we hang out a little bit, then we bring Mr. Jones on. He's going to talk to you about his company. He's going to bring you through his offerings, have a special offer for you, and it's all going to be recorded, downloaded, uploaded to our YouTube, then brought over to our homepage, because the next day we then send out an email with a replay of it from the night before, meaning an email that gets 12,000 opens a day stands fair to reason that the individual whose business it is going to get some traffic, is going to make some sales. And we're only in week 7. So how do we grow forward? What does it mean to everyone? How do these numbers even make sense? How can we get to where we want to go? Well, here's what distributive marketing is, right? So, like for instance, when you take things like Bitcoin and Dogecoin and all the other SHIT coins that exist, what do? It's just pump and dumps, right? Like, hey, I'm gonna buy this, you better buy it. I heard they're buying it, we all should buy it. My computer says buy it. Why don't you pay $4.97 for a program that goes ahead and picks the person that bought the thing, that might get the thing, that might give it to you, and you lose money anyway, right? Like, that's not us. Our coins actually has a functional value. Every transaction on the platform has to buy the coin. Therefore, if you can forecast that the platform is going to make X amount of transactions, you can forecast the price of the coin. Because if you know the supply and you know the demand, you then know the price of the coin. So, Anthony, I get it. This sounds great, but it sounds like whoever owns the coin is going to make all the money. It kind of sounds like you need me to be like one of your products, right? Like you need all of us to come to the platform, sing and dance. People come to the circus, they tip us, but they pay you for the tickets. Well, I can see how you could say that. And I love the circus. I haven't been there in a while. They really should have more rhinos at the circus. I feel like all they have is elephants that walk a tightrope, and somehow they do a tricycle with a monkey on their head. And I don't know how, but it's great and I love it. And I want to go to the circus and I want to eat peanuts and I want to eat popcorn. But that's not this, right? So Rhino knows that what we're essentially doing is we're essentially crowdsourcing a new economy, because these are the facts. If everyone stopped shopping at Target today, Target would go bankrupt and go out of business. But the products that Target sells would still need to be sold. Therefore, if the customers of Target said, F you, Target, instead of being your customer, we're just going to buy it from the same distributor you buy it from. Instead of us buying it from you, we're going to buy it from each other. Therefore, instead of having one company that owns the world and enslaves us, we're going to liberate each one of us as business owners so that we can grow an actual family, right? Take that, multiply it across all of corporate America, and you are going to see the biggest renaissance in small business ever in the world. But to do that, we all need to agree. We all need to be in one place. We all need to be on one platform. We need to be able to be secure. We need to have a search engine that only searches our companies. We need to have a feed that allows us to contact each other. We need to have a mantra, a dictation. This is my doctrine. That's what we have on the page. We need to have all of that stuff in place. We have that. But more so than all of that, we need to make sure that everyone is not only well vested, but it's going to be well rewarded. And to do that, everyone that's on the platform automatically gets 50 coin every single month. We are giving you 50 coin every single month because everyone needs to be a part of this. Anthony does not want to be a trillionaire. You know why? Because when you're a trillionaire, not that I know this, but I suspect if you're a trillionaire, you operate on your own island. You probably have a couple of people that like pretend they like you. You have a whole world that's trying to kill you, and you essentially are enslaved and imprisoned on your own island, because if you leave anywhere, people try to kill you and take all your money because they're living a life that is a deficit because you have so much abundance, right? So we don't want that. Anthony has a wonderful wife and a wonderful son, and wants to have a wonderful daughter, has a wonderful company, wants to do things that allow someone to make a statue of him one day. So Anthony wants to make sure that everyone participates equally. So everyone gets 50 coin per month. What Rhino also does is allows everyone to participate by purchasing the coin at prices that are completely ridiculous. Now, these prices are higher than it's worth today, right? Because where are you going to use Rhino coin, right? Like, you can go to the store and use it? You can't. It doesn't exist. But if we do our jobs and if we all do what we're supposed to do, that coin is going to be worth more than we ever knew what to do with, right? Therefore, when we all know what we're doing and we all can project what we're doing, then we know what it's worth today. So how do we do that? Brian, not a problem. I love you, and we're going to get through it. So we're going to go to a screen share, and I'm going to walk you through Rhino Coin. Why do I always do this? Can I just keep... Well, first, since we're on this page, let's see how many people... So far today... Come on, give me the number. Well, apparently I can't see my own number. Oh, 1,960 views on the website today. Guys, it's really good. All right. These are all the different tabs that I have access to that you have in read-only. And that's where they live. That's where our YouTube is. That's where all of our super secret Google Doc stuff is. That's private to the company. So kick rocks, right? All right, so let's go to Rhino Coin. So nowhere ever in the history of the world, and I say that pretty confidently, because I just never seen it. You know, I used to work with a partner that would always tell me, Anthony, you do too much. You don't need to do all that stuff. You're doing too much. And I always said to this partner, who I actually respect as a mentor, like I learned a lot from the partners I worked with. So I never have anything bad to say about anyone. In fact, I hope one day I can sing Kumbaya with some of the people I've worked with. That being said, that day's not today. But I would always say, I get to live a life where I'm living my best life. I'm living a dream. I come to work 20 hours a day, and every hour feels like I'm changing the world. That drives me like you could not believe. And for that, if it means sharing that with everyone in the most honest and accountable way, where some days I get caught picking my nose, I'm okay with it. So to that effect, I don't even know why I said that. Oh, okay, yeah. So to that effect, we wanted to take the next step. So Rhino Coin does have a level of trust that's built into it, right? Because you're paying, like you get the 50 coin for free every month, right? Cool. But if you want any additional coin, you have to buy it, right? In buying something that does not actually exist, you have a certain like, all right, I need to trust where this is going. And I don't take that trust lightly. I do not think anyone should ever just blindly trust anyone to do anything, because a lot of people are absolute dirtbags. And I think you had to grow up the way I did to fully appreciate what a dirtbag is and how to be accountable and have bigger goals to be accountable to a world. So maybe I'm just a unique individual that lived a life of mud and is now kind of polishing himself by getting through the bad so I can bring everyone with me. But that being said, I wanted to go ahead and create a coin that was the most transparent asset ever in the history of the world. So now when you invest in a stock, right, you have quarterly earnings, you have analyst reports, you have all this nonsense, but it's very scheduled, right? Once every 4 months, they're going to tell you their earnings. They hire the most super duper accountants to make sure that you get the earnings you're supposed to get. How often do you see, okay, and this company met earnings? Do you know what that means? That means that the analyst community knew exactly and projected exactly how much this company was going to make over 4 months of a global enterprise. Do you think the analysts are that good? If the analysts are that good, they'd be millionaires. They wouldn't be working $80,000 a year to be an analyst, right? What we wanted to do with Rhino Coin was to give you every metric, every method, every mean of performance that this coin goes through on a daily basis in real time, and offer you all the calculations going forward. And those calculations are based on AI technology. That sounds fancy. It's really just me coding an algorithm, right? That allows me to say, okay, these are our projections. Now we got there. What were the real numbers? Let's take those real numbers and project them going forward. So for instance, say you went bowling and you say, okay, I'm going to bowl 100, and you go bowling and you bowl a 20. Well, yeah, your projections were that you were going to get 100, but the reality was you were going to bowl 20. So now you go ahead and bowl, you go bowling again the next day and you bowl a 30. Yeah, you projected 100, but you still didn't bowl 100. In fact, you only bowled 30. What our numbers do is that next time you go bowling, that third time, our numbers are not projecting you to bowl 100. Our numbers are projecting you to bowl 25, 30 plus 20 divided by 2, right? Say you bowled a 50. Wow. Your numbers say that you might bowl 100 the fourth time. Our numbers don't. Our numbers say you bowled a 20, a 30, and a 50 over 3 times. 20, 30, and 50 equals 100. 100 divided by 3 equals 33. Meaning we believe that your 4-time bowl and you're going to bowl 33. The point of this annoying analogy is that after the 100th time that you bowl, after the 20th time you bowl, we're going to be pretty certain what you're going to bowl because we have so much data on what you have been bowling. We're going to be able to go ahead and project and forecast what you're going to do. Take that analogy, multiply it across everything I'm about to show you, and you're going to understand how this coin is valued and how you, with the level of not certainty, God no, the level of clarity and transparency. You say certainty and someone hears guarantee and you end up in like handcuffs somewhere, right? The level of clarity and transparency. So let's do this together, right? Like, why not? Let's get the view count today up to 2,000, right? So what you'll find in the chat function is I'm going to copy and paste this in right now. Anthony, can you do something right? And I'm saying it to myself. Okay, there you go. So when you go to view Rhino balance sheet, these are the metrics that we operate under. So this is duration, right? Week 1, week 2, week 3. This is the high view count of the website in any given week. So whatever day has the most views per day get denoted here. This is the webinar registrants, how many people are signed up for the calls that we have together. This is the amount of members that are on the platform. The amount of members on the platform are defined as people that own coin and or people that are on the webinars and or people that have been gifted coin and or people that are invested in the company, right? This is the number of Rhino Marketplace businesses. Obviously, you know what that is. You saw the businesses. We project each business only makes $7,800 a year, which is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, because you and I both know if a company only does $7,800 a year, it doesn't last pretty long. So, but we want to keep the estimates low enough that we never find ourselves over promising and under delivering, right? So if we go ahead and estimate that an average company makes only $7,800 a year, then we can estimate the average company makes $150 a week. Once we're able to estimate that, we can estimate the average transactional volume of our companies in a given week, right? Lawrence has raised his hand, and Lawrence, I'm not going to get, well, maybe I will, let's see. I usually don't like when people raise their hands when I'm talking. Lawrence, so talk to me, what is it? I'm not gonna press the button because I don't like, so just write in the chat what the question is and I'll get right to it. Okay, this is the total transaction volume in a given week. Now, this is the Rhino coin earned by the members, right? So what you'll see is 50 million is owned by Rhino, because 50 million Rhino coins go to our employees, our team members, I hate saying employees, our team members and all of our future team members, because we need to make sure that those that work for Rhino feel the same reward of those that work with Rhino, right? So that's 50 million. Now, on top of that, every single person that's a part of Rhino gets 50 coin per month. So that's the addition of this number, right? So what you'll see here is H7, so the amount of coin the week before, plus 241 have joined this month, so 241 times 50, but 259 had already participated from last month, so they're at 100 coin. See how accurate that number is? Which means 50,037,950 coin is owned by the members of the platform. Well, no, owned by Rhino plus the members, which means 37,950 coin has already been given out. I don't want to say for free, nothing's for free. Has already been rewarded to those that are partners with Rhino. Okay. This is Rhino coin. This is the amount purchased by the Rhino platform members. So by all intents and purposes, the investors, right? So those that are part of Rhino say, oh my God, I understand, I see it. I actually see this vision. I'm at the right place, right time. God, thank you. Finally, I want to buy some more Rhino coin. And what you'll find, and this number is updated every single day, the average Rhino member purchases $30.67 of Rhino coin weekly, which means this is week 7, which means the app buying 500 more, right? Michael, you're the best. So Michael's going to make this number go up. So I can't do the calculations right now, but you get it. And actually, this number doesn't reflect Dan. I'm not going to say people's last names, but a gentleman by the name of Dan purchased right before this live. So this number is actually higher. But it means each member of the platform purchases this much per week. So just to give you a little bit of an idea, those that know the platform, this is what the smart people are doing. And I don't want to say smart people like they're smart, you're not. But those that are intimately familiar with what's going on, one would say, if you saw the CEO doing something, he knows a little more than you. These are the people that are those people, right? 19,663,955 coin have been purchased by the members of the platform. This row is the literal value of the coin, right? So if you take the weekly transaction volume divided by the supply of coin, which is 1 billion, this is what each coin actually is worth if nothing else in life existed, right? If it was just in a vacuum. And to that, I would say to you, Well, when a company hires someone out of college and pays them and guarantees them 100,000 a year for the next 5 years, is that person worth 500,000? And the answer is no. That person knows nothing about nothing. You just believe that they have a certain skill set that's going to allow them to learn and adapt to be a valuable asset for you down the road. That's called a growth rate. Lawrence, I see you keep raising your hand, and I kind of believe you're doing it by accident because I'm opening the chat to you. You could simply just type your question in and I'll answer it. So I don't know if you're doing it by accident, but I tend to think that the people on this, and I know you, right? So I don't think you're being silly is the point. Brian, go ahead and get some. So I don't want to run out of coin is the point. I'm going to get to that. Anyway, okay, so the demand ratio. What's the demand ratio? The amount of coin owned by the members plus the investors, what is that per week divided by 1 billion? Because here's the thing. We already have it projected week 56, right? Week 56, we're probably going to run out of coin. This is when these numbers equal over 1 billion. Actually, no, now it's week 55. All right, so all right, we're going to run out of coin. Anyway, that's going to be week 55. But the demand ratio right here, after we run out of coin, does all of a sudden nobody want coin anymore? Well, no, that's not actually accurate. They just can't buy any more coin. There's no more coin that exists. But we're able to calculate their behavior the last 56, 55 weeks, and we know the growth rate of that behavior, like the bowling analogy. Therefore, we know what is the appetite for the coin. Therefore, we know in week 76, even though the members aren't going to own 1.7 billion coin because it doesn't exist, it's not 1.7 billion coin, even though we know the investors can't own 1.3 billion coin because it doesn't exist, it's not 1.3 billion coin. When we take that number and divide it by 1 billion, we know the demand ratio is 3.08%, 3.08 times, so it's 308%. Lawrence, again, I really think I want to give the benefit of the doubt that you're just making a mistake by pressing that button. And I'm just going to ignore it for actually going forward because it's the 5th time you did it. Anyway, therefore, this number is calculable, right? When we go ahead and measure the price of what the coin should be, we have to calculate that there's 3 times more demand than supply. That's an important number. Okay, what's the 3-month projected growth rate? Well, let's take a look at what is 3 months from now. And this is the projected growth rate going along the line. Now, this projected growth rate didn't exist yet, right? Well, actually, so if we do this, right? Okay, so this growth rate will get lesser as time goes on because obviously if you're doing $750 in a week and then 3 months later you're doing like 1 million, that growth rate is super duper duper. But if you're doing 1 million and then 3 months later you're doing 10 million, well, now that's super duper, right? Like 1,000% is a big number, but 1,000% is not as big as 1 million after only doing $750, right? So this growth rate should go ahead and decelerate, but still you should know what the growth rate is going forward. So you have it built in that it is decelerating, and it probably will decelerate a little more depending on what things are. But this number is constantly being updated, constantly being calculated based on all of these numbers. And I'm going to show you how they all work. All of that leads to the price of the coin. Now, the coin is a managed market till January 2023. Like we said, in January 2023 is when the coin goes live, where the forecasted value actually becomes realized. The whole year 2022 is just going to be a managed market. Right now, the coin is 1.5 cents, right? 0.015. In January, which is tomorrow, the coin goes to 2 cents. In February, the coin goes to 3 cents. In March, the coin goes to 4 cents. Stop me when you understand what I'm saying, right? In December, the coin will be 13 cents. So 1 cent per month. But that's just because we're dictating that price. That doesn't even mean that that's actually the price of the coin. The real price of the coin is what all these numbers calculate, because all of these numbers are calculating real-time supply and demand. So this first green line is January 2023. As of right now, if we do not grow at any higher rate than we're currently growing, the January projected price of the coin is $4.39. Okay. The projected price of January 2024 is $46,367. Okay, great. So let's go ahead and have some magic, right? So remember this number, 46,367. 46,000, you know what, don't even remember the 367, but I know you're gonna remember the 367. Just remember 46,367. What is it? 46,360. Don't remember the 367. Just remember the 46,000. 46,367, right? If you can remember that number, that's going to be great. What number is that? I know you just said it. 46,367. Okay. So these are the members of the platform. This is the most important number because, like we said, 46,367. I want you to remember that. The most important number in any platform is population. You can have the cure for cancer, but if you don't know anyone with cancer, guess what? You're bankrupt, right? So this number is the most important because this number leads to all the other assumptions and all the projections that are based on all the real-time metrics. 46,367, don't forget the number. So right now, this number is 503. We crossed over 500 today. Congratulations, everyone. Next week, we're projected at 583. Let's say next week, I don't know, everyone says, Aunt, your mother smells like, she used to smell like roses, but now she smells like tartar sauce. And we don't want to be a part of that company. So we're all going to leave. And now you only have 100 people on the platform. Okay. Did everyone see what happened? 46,367. Don't forget that number. See all these numbers? Now, you don't have to memorize them, right? Like, I'm not going to make you do that. But just get the zeitgeist of it. Like, just look at the screen. See how they all change? Because this number means that this number is going to be this number, which means this number is going to be this number, because those are the numbers here. And if those are the numbers there, then that means this number is going to be this number, which means this number is going to be this number. And remember that 46,367? It's now 1,401. Now, do I stand to benefit by misleading your expectations? I don't, because this is going to be a real market. This is going to be Coinbase and Kraken and Binance. This is going to be a real market. Therefore, if I tell you it's going to be 35,000 and all of a sudden it's like less than a penny, we have a real serious problem. And I don't like having problems, right? Like, I don't want to get to a point down the road where it's like, oh, darn, we have a problem. So we make sure that all the numbers are in real time, and you always know what the numbers are. Because when you know the numbers, you're able to have confidence and trust in not only what your behavior is, which becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. I'm part of this platform. Because I'm part of this platform, this is what the platform's doing. And because I did this, it equals this, it equals this. Not only that, but it allows you to have the ability to participate. See, we're groomed that 99% of the SHIT people tell us is SHIT. That's fine. That is true. But not if that 99% disallows you from seeing the 1% that actually is good. Because if it disallows you, if you protect yourself from the 99%, but yet doom yourself to be a part of the 99% because you don't ever accept that 1%, then what did you do with your life? We don't want that to happen to you. We want to make sure that we constantly leave you in a position that you're the most educated to make any decision you want to make. So that number 100 is scary. I want to get off it. So let's put it back to 583. Great. Now, on top of all of this, which is a lot, right? We also have what Rhino is going to be doing in 2022. So in 2022, we already have our host. So I host every single meeting. I'm not going to be doing that. In fact, I'm only going to be hosting the Wednesday meetings going forward, once our new host takes the mic, per se. Because it is my responsibility and obligation to all of us that I continue growing us larger. And I cannot do that if I'm going to be anchored to a call every single day. But our community deserves to be valued on a daily basis. Everyone should always know everything on any given day because everyone owns a platform. So I found someone that's better than me at doing that. So you're going to be with her, and she's amazing, starting January 17th. Those roles are to gain a deep understanding of all the Rhino personalities. Her number one task is to be friends with everyone on our platform. She wants to know what you have for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and if your son went away to college, what school he went to, right? If we could go ahead and grow that, then wow, right? And not one person could do that. So we have a feed. We have everything that you would need, right? Organize meetings, schedule speakers, share the Rhino vision, report daily Rhino challenges, goals, and accomplishments. Hey guys, we have this challenge coming up. I think Ant's going to solve it. This is what we're doing. Does anyone have advice? Let's do this together, right? In February, we're going to hire a small business specialist with emphasis on internet marketing. That person is going to be accountable to the entire platform. That person is going to work with every single business owner in developing each person's business, because the platform is only as valuable as the weakest link, right? Like if we have a platform of a bunch of companies and they're all like really bad companies that don't know how to make a sale because the websites look like garbage, well then what does that value anyone? We're going to solve that. And it's not because we're saying, oh, we're so great and you're so not great. Let's go back to how COVID went ahead and messed up everyone's lives. The average person does not have the skill set or education level to go ahead and compete in this market. You just don't. But that doesn't mean you should go die somewhere. It doesn't mean you should be left go ahead and with your hand out to the government where they say, okay, yeah, we'll give you this, but who are you voting for, right? Like that's not okay. So we're going to hire a team that's going to make sure that they are your best friends. They're going to help you with anything that you need. And in fact, proactively, they're going to look at your site, send you the recommendations, and send you a calendar link so that you can go ahead and get on a call with them and make those corrections together. And what we don't have on this that I mentioned previously is we're probably going to build out this team to go ahead and start building already done for you websites that already are making sales already on our platform, and we're just going to give them away to people. Anthony, why would you do that? Remember transactions? We need transactions. People seem to forget the most valuable asset is people. It's not a website. I can make websites in my sleep. I can't make people in my sleep because if I did, I'd have to, say my wife did something she shouldn't have done, right? Like it was against my will. I didn't consent to it. But we all know that I do consent to it. She's watching, that's why. But the point is, we want to go ahead and make that for you so that you can do the transactions. In March, we're hiring a publicist. My job from April on is every other week, I'm going to be going and giving 1,000-person events in whatever community I get brought to. And in these events, imagine everything that we're talking now, more clearly defined, more clearly succinct. Website is a national thing. People know who it is. We have the website building team departments built out. Hey guys, I want to let you know we have 100 done for you sites that are profitable right now. Who wants to be on Rhino? I think 100 people are going to say yes. I think more than 100 people is going to say yes, which means our departments are completely scalable. Where does the money come to scale these departments? Because we have not charged you anything, nor are we ever going to charge you anything for anything. Rhino coin. Again, we're effectively crowdsourcing a new economy. Your Rhino coin purchases do not go in my pocket. They go to the company. I'm then responsible for taking that money and then building it all out so that the money that comes in via Rhino coin becomes the ammunition that allows the Rhino coin to be worth what you think it's going to be worth what we want it to be worth, because it's used to go ahead and build out what we're trying to build. And it's all right here for you. April, we're going to run paid ads to Rhino search engine. By April, we're going to have God knows how many companies. Well, actually, we can look, right? So in April, the coin will be 5 cents. That's April, because January is 2 cents. Our businesses are right here. So in April, we'll have between 300 and 500 businesses. Okay, cool. See how easy that is? I was able to see it right there. Now, of those 500 companies, wouldn't it be cool if the traffic and the purchases coming to your companies were just happening organically? They were happening every day. So our paid search ad campaign is going to be, why don't you use our search engine, not theirs? Why don't you use your neighbor's search engine, not Google's? Why don't you use your community search engine, not Silicon Valley's? Do you think that message might have a little virality to it? Do you think people will use a search engine that they know is to the benefit of the community members that have been put out of business, to the benefit of small business, rather than the benefit of Jeff Bezos and his $17 trillion moon exercise that he's doing? Do you think it might be? Because we think it would be. And do you think I could parrot that message? I could disseminate that message in a group of people in front of people? I think I can, which means I think how many people are we going to get going to the search engine? How many clicks a day are we going to have? How many searches a day? How many businesses are going to be rewarded and benefit from that? What is that going to do to the businesses that want to get on the platform? Oh my God, they have 10,000 searches a day, only 500 companies. Each company is getting, what's that come out to? 20 searches a day, 2,000, whatever. I want to be a part of that. Let me get there too. Well, that comes May. Grow, 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 right? We're going to focus on all of that. That's what we're doing. June, we'll have a new round of hires. We got to build out the departments, build out the teams. July, I'm going to double my events up. Instead of doing one every 2 weeks, I'm going to do one every 1 week, plus all of our VIPs. We're going to identify who the VIPs are to our Rhino community and empower them to be surrogates for us to start talking on our behalf. August, we'll build the Rhino Coin department because, again, we don't need Rhino Coin until January. I don't need to make it today. I can make it just for next January. Right now, it's just kind of like pre-orders, right? We'll build out the departments, we'll build out the coin, we'll build out the coding, we'll build out the wallet in everyone's vision. Plus, we're going to work with Coinbase, Binance, and CoinFlex in creating it so that it registers with their platforms. And when we do that, we're going to say to them, hey guys, we have like 1 million people and like 1,000 businesses. We can do this. Oh, you know who Rhino is? Oh, you saw one of our events. Oh, you saw our search engine. Yeah, we're coming to you. You're welcome, right? September, concierge department. We're going to build out a department that's 24/7 email, 24/7 chat, 24/7 booked calls. You might say, Ant, why don't you have that already? And honestly, I kind of think I might have to do this a little earlier. So maybe we do it earlier, but guess what? This sheet is able to be viewed at any point. You could go to this any point. In fact, I could go on Rhino Feed and say, hey guys, I just changed our 2022 calendar. Go check it out. You could come to the calendar and say, oh, wow, I see what this is. You could then leave a comment. Hey, Ann, I like this. Maybe you should do this, right? We all own this together. Now, this is the coolest part, right? 2% Brenda, when I have 2 persons I invite to the webinar and they decide to sign up as a partner, should it show up on my affiliate page? I had 2 people to sign up. No. I don't think it's going to show up for you. So, not to get off base, but the partnership program that we have does not track who actually signs up with Zoom. Oh, I'm sorry. It will show you that they signed up to be partners, yes. It won't show you that people signed up to be on the Zoom because we do not think it's warranted to track someone's data to other platforms. So we believe that if you are so kind and so wonderful to recommend friends and family to consider the Rhino platform, that you should not be held, you should not be punished that they don't sign up. You should be rewarded that you brought the eyeballs over. It is our job to then convert them. If we can't do that, that should not be on you. So we will never reward or punish based on ultimate outcome. All you need to do is bring the people to us. I read her message wrong, but to you, Brenda, those that do sign up to be affiliates, that will show up on your platform because that's within our platform. Now, for those that don't know, December, we did a charity event. That was phenomenal. I'll show you the video. And actually, you know what? I can just show it to you right now. And I know so I guess we're going over an hour today, but this is like extravaganza. So I felt like that was like a non-extravaganza, right? Much better. Here's the charity event, the results that we did for December. On the right, that was Abigail, by the way. But really one of the most amazing experiences to go ahead and prove. So Abigail actually said to me, she goes, Ann, I want to record us giving, Brenda, I'm gonna get to that in a second. So Abigail actually said, I want to record us giving the gifts to families, but every time the mother answered the door, they just started crying because these children were not asking for like toys. They were asking for like sweaters and t-shirts. They were asking for essential items. And that's what, it means something. Like that's why we're here. Don't get life confused. It's actually quite simple. Be a good person. Anyway, so October, November, December is going to be all charity related. October, can we do a Halloween outreach, spooky messaging and charity? November, can we do a Thanksgiving outreach, thankful messaging and charity? In December, can we do a Christmas outreach, heartfelt message and charity? Because if we do all these charities and we do all of this, then come January, when we do our launch, what do you think is going to happen? Right? So when you take a look at what our calendar is going to look like for next year, plus all the numbers that we're projected to hit in real time, one can have quite the level of confidence that, wow, I want to be a part of Rhino, not only on the investment side, but I see who the people involved are. I'm not talking about me. Every member of the marketplace is you, every one of everyone. So let's actually go see the Rhino feed, because Abigail said something that she posted and she was going to leave it as a surprise. How cute is she? Hello, Rhinos. I'm so super duper duper excited to welcome you to the new Rhino feed. I'm looking forward to seeing you all here. Please feel free. So on a more official note, please keep your language appropriate. No profanities or derogatory language, and your words kind, especially when interacting with other members. I'll see you soon. So let's comment her back. Oh my God, who remembers Ace Ventura? I gotta log in. Do I have a login for this? I don't know if I ever did. I gotta sign up to my own platform. How funny is that? All right, so I'll do that later. Not now. Okay, so I'll do that later. So I was gonna show everyone the Wall Street. Oh, we were gonna do the letter. All right, so let's do that. Before we do this is an open letter that we had crafted to Wall Street, because a lot of what we're doing, well, you'll read the letter, but we did it with the help of all the Rhino community. In fact, this entire letter is read by the members of Rhino, everyone together.
Dear Wall Street, the greatest trick ever pulled was you convincing the world that you don't exist.
Money buys elections, you exist in the government. Money buys houses, you live in homes. Money buys education, you live in thoughts. Money buys survival, you exist in families. Money buys media, you exist in the news.
When you held our government hostage and mandated only Wall Street companies be deemed essential, you went way too far, because the way you took our family businesses from us, you left us with nothing for you to control.
Over these last 2 years, you've taken away our belief in elections, in doctors, in fairness, in law enforcement, in opportunity, in genders, in privacy, in schooling, in family, in media, in science, in all basic freedom.
Because you have even taken our customers, we are now forced to become your employees, to work alongside our former employees who you also took. We watched how you printed trillions of dollars in your bailouts for our great-grandchildren to pay back. And just to rub it in, you left us to pay the inflation on gas prices with unemployment, while you cash out billions in stock price inflation.
Either we trust being your customer and your employee, or we destroy you by simply walking away.
Because you only care to take more people's money, you're selling your companies at 30 times their profits. Those who buy your stocks are buying what you've convinced them they'll be worth 30 years from today. What would happen if all of a sudden your companies lost their customers, if we walked away?
And unlike every other time you've crashed, this time will not hurt us. It'll be because we chose to no longer be your customer, but instead be each other's customers.
The money wouldn't disappear, you would.
And do you really think we are going to vote for government to bail you out again? We demand better.
Rhino is built for this exact moment. For rhinos, by rhinos. That was amazing. So that was the first time I've actually seen that video. And I gotta tell you, that's amazing. These videos are all who is Rhino, what is Rhino, where is Rhino, why Rhino in the past, why Rhino present, why Rhino in the future. And then, do you want to become a part of Rhino? Do you want to join a live meeting of Rhino? This is where your affiliates are going to go. So if you wanted to, oh, you know, we need to be able to give you the affiliate link. I think we actually took that off the page. So we'll get that to you to become a partner, duh, right here. So in becoming a partner, that's not the right link. All right, so hold on 1 second. And actually, we'll just sort that out. Become partner. All right, so Abigail will fix that, no big deal. All right, so let's get back to the coin. So I want to go ahead and allow you to participate in the coin. Like I said, today's the last day before the price increase. Oh, before we do that, actually, so if you want to see how transparent the coin is, this is a full ledger of who owns the coin, all the values and who owns it. So tomorrow will be January. You'll see every one of these numbers at least 50 coin higher, like you did right here, right? 2,050,000, 2,100,000, right? When you're getting involved in anything, you would like to know that others are with you, that it's not just you in it. Guys, it's really, really strong. So you can always look at who the largest holders are, where you are on the sheet. You'll never be lost in terms of knowing the ledger, right? Also, you're able to sell the coin at any point you like. Like we said, for next year. Brenda, can I please email you back? Because I see that you're writing the same thing multiple times. And I'm really trying to do my best to do a presentation to show everyone everything. The 2 persons that signed up to become a partner is not showing up on your affiliate page, likely has a very easy solution. And like I did email you yesterday and like I did email you this morning, I'm so quick to respond. I promise you I will get that to you. Please just give me a second, right? I will have an email to you later tonight. In fact, I'm going to escalate it to Abigail so that it's something that doesn't burden you any longer today. No, my pleasure, seriously. So you're able to sell the coin at any point too, right? So, all right, you bought 100,000 in coin and now you want to sell it. All right, so my name is Anthony. My last name is Calishone. My email is anthonycalishone@rhinoresearchllc.com. All right, so, and again, it's a managed market. So where do I want to sell? Well, June will be 7 cents and it's my birthday, so I'll sell in June, right? I want to sell 10,000 coin. Yes, I'm requesting to sell. Yes, I read the terms and conditions, which is all in my speak, right? Like I wrote it. If you understand and like the way I speak, it'll be a very easy read for you. And I'm not a robot, right? Cool, submit. Now, upon submitting this, it comes directly not only to my inbox, but to our calendar of cells. So what happens is come June, when people purchase the coin, 50% of those purchases come to Rhino in the form of our treasury to continue growing the company. The other 50% go to facilitate the individual request to sell. You might say, well, Ann, what if there's not that many buyers? Well, the way we issue the coin is by 50% the growth rate. What do I mean by that? If the platform grows 100% month over month, well, then that means the demand is up 100%, right? The growth was 100%. We'll only increase the Rhino coin in supply by 50%, meaning we will always make sure that the demand is 2 times that of the supply in terms of new offerings. Therefore, we should always, as long as that in combination with us just hitting our goals and doing our job should always, always, always provide a moment that if you want to sell at 7 cents in June, there's likely going to be a lot of people that are going to buy it from you. Because we're already going to run out of coin projected in November. If we do better than we're doing, right, those numbers don't take, so the numbers you saw in the coin only show, like for instance, with the bowling analogy, show how we've been bowling. Next year, when we start doing all of the events, it's like taking steroids. Those numbers are going to pop, which means we'll likely run out of coin maybe by August or September. So if we already know we're going to run out of coin by September, and you announce that you want to sell coin in June, I can promise you there'll be a buy, right? So we're not worried about this. Plus, Rhino keeps $100,000 reserve to make sure that the market is efficient. So you can buy and sell Rhino coin anytime. All right, so let's go ahead and get you some coin. So I'm going to copy and paste this into the chat. And obviously you can see gift Rhino coin. It was a Christmas special we did. It's actually still up. So it's up till tomorrow. So if you want to gift coin to a relative, a friend, a family, a late Christmas gift, or this sounds like something, wow, you know what? I should share this with someone. You can gift them like $20 worth. It's really super simple. That's all here for you. So get Rhino coin. Let's see how this works, right? So as you can see right here, the price over the next year, like I said, it's a managed market. January, 2 cents, February, 3 cents, March, 4 cents, and on and on and on. This is right here. It's like the 10 Commandments. It's chiseled on the tabernacles. Like it's there. It's everywhere you could look. Every call is recorded. It is there. You are able to purchase in $100 increments. Now, $100 is a fair number because anything lower than that, I don't want to be a part of someone spending their last $20 on Rhino coin. If you cannot responsibly purchase $100, then it means that you might not be in the best position to be purchasing things like this. And that's a little unfair because I know what this is going to be worth. But if you're down to your last 100, I'd rather you like eat, right? Because you have to be alive long enough for the coin to be worth something. That being said, $100 is not the recommended amount, right? Like you've seen, 19 million has been purchased. So I also don't want to offer this number as an anchor, right? All right, everyone's buying 100, you should do 2 or 3, because it'd be doing a great disservice to you going forward. So I guess a normal recommendation would be do 1,000. If you can, do it. If not, don't. Quantity is 10. 10 times 100 equals 1,000. Purchase. Now, upon purchasing, you're going to come to, this says 15 because I bought 10 the other day. So 10, right? You'll come to our checkout. So 10 times 100 equals 1,000, subtotal 1,000. This is very important. This SSL secure shopping. This is the most secure way to purchase anything online. Of course, we're a bit biased, but it's because we chose it, right? We didn't choose it because it chose us. We said we want the most secure. We found the most secure. We have the most secure. Go to checkout. Now at checkout, you'll put your contact, right? Like your email, your name, your address. This is my city. This is my country, state, zip code. That's almost my phone number. Continue. Delivery method. Now, because we also sell merchandise for our charity functions, this is just embedded in it. Hold on one second. Of course, I got to shut off the notifications for people to call me during this. Okay, sorry about that. So this doesn't actually apply to the coin because the coin's going to be emailed to you. So upon purchasing the coin, you're going to get a confirmation invoice showing you what you purchased. On top of that, the first of every month, your video is off now, Anthony. All right. Wait, let me see. You can't see the video? Oh, it's there, no problemo. Brian, might have been you. You scared me half to death. Okay. As long as Sue's saying it and other people are saying I have a video, we're good. All right. So you'll go ahead and get the email. Then the first of every month, you go ahead and get the certificate. The certificate is updated every month for you. Let me show you what it looks like. So as a Rhino coin holder, you'll receive a certificate with our official seal on it. I can see your screen. You turned off your camera. Oh, all right. So as long as you can see my screen, I'm good looking, but I shouldn't distract us from a 2-hour presentation, right? So as long as you can see my screen, we're good. So you have the seal right here, certificate of ownership, your name, the amount of coin you own, my signature, completely certified and authenticated, and the price of the coin. This is updated on a monthly basis and emailed out to you if you would like it. Snail mail, like regular mail, that could be possible as well. This is out to you every single month, so you always have a certificate of your ownership. Continue. Then you put your payment information. All right, this is the card number, blah, 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 continue. And then once you go ahead and click that, review and place order, and then you're done. You are now the official and owner of coin. And I guess that's where I want to leave it, right? Like there's not much more. So let me see something, right? So if I do stop sharing, oh, I see what you're talking about. Okay. So you just have this picture of me. So start video. Oh, all right. So I know what I need to do. All right, hold on. We are cooking. We're cooking, good looking. It's a good picture. You're so funny. All right. Yeah, I don't know. So it was like a spam call. It was someone from possible spam, and I didn't want to answer it. Okay. So that's that. Let me go ahead and give you the link one more time for Get the Coin. And so I want to be careful with this, right? Because you're so cute. I want to be careful with this. You're welcome, and I'm inviting you to purchase the coin. It's 1.5 cents. Tomorrow it goes to 2 cents. It'll never be 1.5 cents again. Then in February it goes to 3 cents. It'll never be 2 cents again, and on it goes. I think you should purchase the coin. That being said, I don't want to overly nudge you to purchase the coin because it's also my obligation to grow the platform. And if I sell out of coin at 1.5 cents, 2 cents, and 3 cents, then I didn't do as good as I could have if I still had coin at 6 cents, 8 cents, 9 cents. But what I can tell you is that a year from now, and definitely 2 years from now, you're going to say to me, Anthony, this was the best investment. This was the single best thing I've ever gotten involved in. I wish I'd bought more. In fact, Anthony, if I had a time machine, I'd buy more right now. 1.5 cents, it's now $40,000. Because I know you're going to say that, this is your time machine. You have the opportunity to do it right now. We're going to be together for years to come. Next year, Rhino will be a household name. You will see news events because I'm going to have media at particular events because we're hiring a publicity agency. When we go ahead and start asking companies questions like, why don't you do distributive marketing, right? Why do you just, it's going to be tough for companies. It will be. Because again, we're doing something that's never been done before. No company has ever, no one has ever captured the value of population by distributing everything that the population needs to them ahead of time. That's the key, right? You ever go onto all these other people's their webinars and stuff, and they're like, oh my God, this Bitcoin bot will make you a millionaire. You need to buy it. And you think to yourself, well, if it makes you a millionaire, why don't you just do it yourself? Why are you sitting here trying to sell it to me? Because most companies are just dirtbag sales. Like they just want to make money in the most dishonest fashions. The only way you could do distributive marketing is if you're actually giving someone something of value. Because what we need to already know is that we're going to improve your life to such a memorable point that you'll know before Rhino and after Rhino. And that because of that, you're going to look back and say thank you. And you're going to be very loyal and partial to the values and the events and the messaging of who Rhino is. That when someone says to you, yeah, you did go with Rhino, but come over here now, you're going to say, no, it's not about that. I like where I am. And if you have an entire population that says that, what's that value? And only when you know that value can you go ahead and build it, knowing that you're charging no one any money, because you know that at the end of the day, that value will be worth 20 bazillion times more than any dollar you could have ever taken from anyone. And for those that are new on this platform, this was a $500 service 2 months ago. We had 70 people paying $500 a month. And you could ask any one of them. I canceled every payment from every single person, gave them the money, compensated it in Rhino coin, and have swore to never take a dollar from anyone, because we cannot, it does not make sense to me to say you want to save small business and then charge small business to go ahead and save them. It just, I don't even know how that makes sense. I'm gonna make you $5,000 a month. It's gonna cost you $2,000 a month. What if I don't make you $5,000 a month? I get to keep the $2,000 still? No. Enough with that nonsense. We have everything we need right now. We have the population. Let's do something with it. Unless you want to continue being a customer and employee of Walmart, how about you be a customer and employee of yourself? And if you don't want to, that's fine. But I can promise you there's a lot of people that do. So that is where we're going to go. So you recommend to purchase instead of doing it as a gift. Brenda, you can do it any way you like. You can do it as a gift for family and friends. We did leave that option up so that tomorrow it's going to change the package pricing. We're always going to have a gifting option because it was really popular. But in terms of the packages, the price goes up tomorrow. So the price of all the packages will go up tomorrow, including the gifts. Tans, you're the best. All right. I love getting early and see. I gotta tell you, Brian's gonna be the funniest millionaire. When we hit like 40,000, he's gonna be dancing naked in the streets. I know. He's going to take the guitar from the Naked Cowboy in New York City and play his own song. Guaranteed. I'm just going through the chat, seeing if there's anything I missed. And if anyone has a question, ask. Otherwise, I'm gonna get this New Year's Eve on the road. I think we have to go, I think my wife and I have to go shopping in the mall for something. Got my stickers in them. Oh, Ardith got the mail. So my fiance, I keep calling her that. We just got married 2 weeks ago. Got her phone case in the mail and like surprised me with it. She put her phone down and says Rhino Strong. Actually, let me just show it to you. Oh, wait, I don't have shared screen because I got to recoup host. All right, so we're not doing all that. I'm not getting up and doing this all over again. Yes, my family's almost home and I got to get going. All right, everyone, have the best New Year's Eve. Tomorrow's New Year's Day. We won't be on Sunday. We're never on Sunday. We believe Sunday is with family. Monday, we'll be back. And Monday, Monday, David's on with us of Love Lingo, the most amazing shirt company. In fact, my wife's been waiting for him to present so that we can purchase together. Tuesday, we're going to do a full walkthrough. So what you should do is go ahead and make sure that you get signed up for the various things. But if not, just be on Tuesday and we'll all get signed up together, because as you guys saw, I need to get signed up myself. I don't even have a login on my own site. So happy New Year's, everyone. And if I may, our Rhino resolution is, well, I guess our goal, right, is that we're going to be Times Man of the Year 2022. It's just been a personal goal of mine, and we're going to do it. And I'm going to lobby for it, and we're going to do it. And when we go ahead and take that picture, it's going to be of a rhino, because it should not be my face or anyone's face. We all did it together, but we're going to be Times Man of the Year. So love everyone, and I'll see you next year. Bye. I'm still on. I'm sitting here texting Abigail. I forgot. Bye, guys. Love you.